Welcome along to, I think, David, we'll call it the Trump 100 confessional, where you and I, David Blevins, are going to confess our episodes of cheating, because we're going to be talking about cheating, but not until we have revealed all. What's yours?
Well, cheating is very easy when you have a stunt double, an identical twin brother.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't very good at English. I wasn't very good at maths. So there was a fair bit of academic cheating done in our youth.
I hope you're not claiming his social security. My story was, I was about 10. I was a kid. And my mother used to get the magazine Woman's Realm, in which there was a section, Children's Realm. One week there was a competition. Paint a picture or draw a picture that says excitement. So I did just that, but I copied it from Roy the Rovers. It was Roy Ray scoring a goal, sent it in, and what do you know? I won a $5. And it stays with me, the line, and actually haunts me. I'm sure you'll agree, it said, that James has captured the excitement of a football match.
What's the penance, James? What's the $5 worth now?
Well, justice was done, David, because I won a $5, but I lost it. It fell out of my Harrington jacket at Glasgow Airport, so justice was done. I'm a contrite James Matthews.
And I'm a slightly less contrite David Blevins, and we're both in the Trump 100 studio. Donald Trump wins another golf championship. In news that will surprise no one, it was on his own course. But did the president cheat his way to a 43rd golf title?
Yeah, if that was the highlight of Trump's weekend, the lowlight was surely his falling out with one-time close ally Jeanine Pirro. It's all about the reflecting pool. What else?
When the president isn't bending the rules at golf or renovating DC, he's selling his Truth Social posts to the highest bidder with enormous stock market consequences.
It is the art of yet another deal. We'll explain the new changes to his Truth Social platform. Truth is, it could make you a few quid. We'll also be looking at Todd Blanche, the man who wants to be America's top cop, as opposed to the people who aren't so keen on that.
And who will come out on top in the Democratic Party primaries in Michigan? It's a race for the soul of the Democratic Party of 2026.
David, Todd Blanche, he's been acting Attorney General for some weeks now. This is a position of huge importance. America's top cop, as I said, head of the Department of Justice. He, Blanche, is controversial. Him being in that role certainly is. He was Donald Trump's personal lawyer, the man who defended him at courtroom trial and so on. Now he finds himself in interim charge of a department that, in theory, is independent. It follows the law wherever the law leads. The accusation against Blanche is that he very much follows his pal, the president, and a skewed vision of where justice lies on retribution, the Epstein files, a whole host of matters.
Yes, Todd Blanche has been acting up since Pam Bondi was removed as Attorney General. But Trump wants him to be in that job full time, which has sparked a confirmation hearing on Capitol Hill. That's when senators vote on whether they feel a person is right for the post or not. So for a couple of weeks now, Blanche has been locked in a confirmation battle with US senators.
Yeah, until Monday, the answer was a no to him. Republicans didn't want him, specifically two Republicans, actually, who were on the wrong side of Donald Trump. For a while, it looked as if Blanche and the boss were staring down the barrel of rejection and the humiliation that would have entailed. Part of the problem was something called an anti-weaponization fund.
Yeah, the two men holding out were Tom Tillis of North Carolina and John Cornyn of Texas. Now, both of them had been effectively usurped by candidates Trump had backed. Cornyn lost the Texas primary, and Tillis announced his retirement after Trump announced his support for Tillis's challenger. Tillis and Cornyn both said they would not vote to confirm Todd Blanche until he rescinded this $1.8 billion fund to which you refer, James. The fund was the Trump administration's effort to compensate allies of the president and January 6th rioters, who Trump feels were wronged by the Biden administration.
Yeah, things have now changed, David. The anti-weaponization fund that Blanche was championing, that's gone. It's something he's no longer proposing. And now Tillis and Cornyn, they've said they will vote for Blanche's confirmation.
So it looks like Donald Trump will soon have a new Attorney General. And on the other side of the political aisle, James, the Democrats have their own moment of reckoning this week. On Tuesday, primary elections begin across a number of states, including in Michigan. The outcome will tell us just how much influence the progressive left have in the modern day Democratic Party.
Yeah, two candidates we've talked about before are on the ballot to become the next Senate candidate for the Dems in Michigan. Former health official Abdul El-Sayed, he currently has the edge in the polls against Congresswoman Haley Stevens. El-Sayed, he's part of the far left wing of the party, Democratic Socialist. Many liken him to Zoran Mamdani, the mayor of New York. El-Sayed, he speaks to the racially and ethnically diverse population of Michigan with its big Muslim community in places like Dearborn. But although he might have the edge in the primary on Stevens, this centre-left congresswoman, she's seen to be much more likely to win a Senate election against her Republican rival.
And Michigan is a key swing state, not just in presidential elections, but in Senate races too. The Democrats need to hold on to the Senate seat in the Wolverine state if they have a hope of flipping the Senate come the midterms. And so the question is, James, when people go to the polls, will they vote with their head or with their heart? They might believe in El-Sayed's politics, but they may trust Stevens' electability in November more.
Yeah, at the end of this week, we'll take stock of how the Democratic Party are doing ahead of the midterms. Are they quite content? Or in the Wolverine state, are they howling at the moon, David? We'll let you know. You can listen to that episode on Saturday if you're a member of our Insider Club, as well as all our past Saturday episodes, which include David and Martha's conversation last weekend about the plight of the Haitian community in America. For now, you have to be 18 or over and listening in the UK to join Sky News Insider. Terms and conditions apply. Now, David, on Saturday, Truth API was launched. What is Truth API, I hear you ask? Well, it's this president's latest venture that some Democrats in the Senate are saying is extorting even more money from businesses, while Donald Trump holds the position as the most powerful man in the world.
Now, we've become accustomed to Donald Trump using Truth Social as a means to direct policy, announce wars and peace deals and everything in between, especially in the small hours of the morning. Well, now Trump's media group is selling a premium version of Truth Social to traders and investors. The premium version, Truth API, delivers early access to Trump's Truth Social posts.
Yeah, and it matters, of course, because what Trump puts on Truth Social, that can move markets using, personal information that has that kind of influence. So for the fee of no less than $100,000 a month, firms on Wall Street can access this Truth API and be ahead of the curve on major statements that can change the price of things like oil. Even being a few milliseconds ahead of others can mean firms gain millions of dollars.
I wonder what API stands for. Any post imaginable? Renee Jones, a former top official at the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, said the new venture constitutes insider trading.
Yeah, the SEC, that's responsible for protecting fair trading in the United States. Democrats like Senators Adam Schiff and Elizabeth Warren, they have sent a letter to the SEC calling for the commission to launch an investigation. They say, and I quote, this is an outrageous abuse of the president's office for his personal benefit that undermines everyday investors and the integrity of our markets. The SEC is run, incidentally, by Trump-appointed chair Paul Atkins. They have declined to comment. David, how good is your golf game?
Well, I'm no Rory McIlroy, probably about as good as yours, James. Although as a Northern Irishman and as a Scot, our golf maybe should be better than most.
We should, I'm sure I've said before, I'm quite disappointing on the cliches, actually. I'm not a big whiskey drinker, not a big golfer, but the thing that, for men of a certain age, actually our age, David, I do find that it's something that guys do. It's how they spend time together.
Someone once described it as a an interruption of a good walk, didn't they?
Yeah, a good walk spoiled. I don't think either of our lives covering Trump need the added stress of putting a small ball in a small hole.
Yeah, and I wouldn't fancy our chances against the latest Bedminster Club Championship winner, one Donald Trump.
I guessed it.
Please join me in congratulating the President of the United States on winning the Super Senior and the Senior Division with a great score of 70.
He won both. That's amazing. Best president of our lifetime. He won. And look at John Cantor stalking him. John, get away from me, please, John Cantor. Snaggletooth, get away from me.
A 2 under par 70, which I'm led to believe is a good score, David. That was Donald Trump's 43rd club championship win, reportedly. For a man who said in 2016 that he would be too busy as a president to play golf, he's clearly been practicing.
I love golf, but if I were in the White House, I don't think I'd ever see Turnberry again. I don't think I'd ever see Doral again. I own Doral in Miami. I don't think I'd ever see many of the places that I have. I don't ever think I'd see anything. I just want to stay in the White House and work my ass off, make great deals, right? Who's going to leave? There won't be time to go on vacations. There won't be time to go golfing all the time. I'm not going to play much golf because there's a lot of work to be done. If you become president and you go to the White House, why would you want to leave the White House? When you're in the White House, who the hell wants to play golf? Who wants to leave the White House? How the hell do you leave for 3 weeks to play golf? If I get elected president, I'm going to be in the White House a lot. I'm not leaving. I'm going to be working for you. I'm not going to have time to go play golf, and believe me.
So he definitely is still playing golf. The real question is he playing it fairly? He loves to play the game. Around 20 luxury golf courses around the world have Trump's name all over them. He insists that he and his courses are the best on the planet. He also claims that he almost never loses, except we've seen in the past that he has caddies who help him a little along the way.
Yeah.
There have been books written about it too. Commander-in-Cheat, I think, is one of them.
Other books about the president cheating are available, I'm sure. There are also videos of Donald Trump dropping golf balls in favourable locations, favourite parts of the course. And what some people are calling the finger of God, of course. The president discreetly helping his own golf balls into the hole as he bends over to inspect his ball as it's close to the hole. It doesn't compare to Kim Jong-il, the father of the current Kim Jong-un. On his one and only round of golf, he claimed to have got no less than 11 holes in one. Believe that if you like.
Miraculous. But I suppose there will be many who would say we've come to not expect anything different from this president of the United States. In any case, this was Donald Trump's big highlight of the weekend, I'm sure. But facing his wrath the day before, on Saturday, was DC District Attorney Jeanine Pirro.
Yeah, we were having a discussion, David, about whether she was the best known judge in the United States. And the answer came no, because
Judge Judy.
Judge Judy, yeah, with all her connections to Northern Ireland, is that right?
No, to Newport, Rhode Island was the connection.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, you know, same kind of place, different continent. But yeah, Judge Jeanine Pirro, well known to viewers of Fox News, actually. She had her own show and celebrity status. She is a judge, clearly, author, all of that. A close ally, too, of Donald Trump's. He actually pulled her off the sofa at Fox News to make her Washington, D.C.'s district attorney, senior position. He isn't such a fan right now, the president, because actually there are suggestions he might remove her from post. It all comes down to what else? D.C.'s reflecting pool.
Not
Remember?
again.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry to say.
Trump continues to parrot this idea that the pool was vandalised, but that argument is totally unfounded. In a court filing on Friday, the Department of Justice said that the president's $14 million renovation of the reflecting pool was hasty and botched, and said it was dropping the criminal case against David Hearn, who had been accused of vandalising the landmark.
Yeah, I do wonder how this will land with the public, David, because for all the accusations that the Justice Department is corrupt, and that's what Trump's opponents allege, it all kind of takes place in the political sphere, you know, the whole business of retribution, targeting Congress people and so on. What we have here is a hero in the crosshairs of the Department of Justice, David Hearn, former Olympian, member of the public. I think the public will take a different view of that when they see this actually does extend to street level. And by all accounts, this David Hearn is traumatized by the whole thing. In response to all of this, Donald Trump, he's not happy. He's posted on Truth Social, he 100% disagrees with Jeanine Pirro. I don't know what she was thinking. And on Monday in the Oval Office, he told press that Pirro had fluffed her lines before being asked if he was reconsidering her current career status.
Frankly, I think she choked because the judge was really vicious. Instead of going after the people that did it, the judge went after her and went after her department. And I guess she choked. I don't know what the hell happened.
Are you reconsidering her role?
I don't know what you don't. You're fake news. Don't ever talk again. You're fake news. One of the worst in the business. Fortunately, nobody watches you.
Don't ever talk again. Quite a response to a question from a journalist. There are reports that Trump is now on the cusp of firing her, of course, so we'll keep a close eye on all of that. That's it from us today. Trump100@sky.uk is the email as ever if you want to get in touch with us.
Cheers, David. Thank you for listening and for watching. All the best.
Bye-bye.